Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another session where we are going to interact with another achiever who has cracked the IPM entrance this year. And today we are going to have a conversation with Sanyukta. Sanyukta has made it to IIM Jammu and by cracking the JIPMAT examination. And so we'll be talking to her about her journey. How did she prepare for the examination? Any obstacles she faced during the journey? And of course, we would want Sanyukta to talk about her words of wisdom for the future aspirants who would like to take up this examination next year or maybe in future. So how they should prepare. So of course, she is a role model, having cleared the examination. First of all, Sanyukta, congratulations on this feat. So, how
Thank
does
you,
it
sir.
feel now that you have cracked the examination?
It feels surreal because I was very like I had to prepare for it for more than a year, and this has been my goal for a year, and it defines my future. And so it was a very happy moment for me when I got to know the results, and my parents, all my family is very proud of me, and I feel very excited to start my next journey.
I'm sure everybody around you, and especially your parents, they must be feeling proud on this achievement of yours. While this question you may have come across many a times when you face the interviews, you're already the consideration point for IIM Indore as well.
Yeah.
So this question must have been asked in all the interviews. Why do you want to go for an IPM program? So what was your thought behind picking up this career choice, and why IPM only?
So throughout 11th standard, I was preparing for JE because I was unaware of other career options. And it wasn't because I was particularly interested in that course. It was just because I was not aware of other potential options that I could do. But towards the end of 11th standard, my dad and I, we were looking for different career options that would, cater to my interests, hobbies, and capabilities. So we came across the course called IPM, and we looked up the curriculum, the syllabus, and all the prospects of it on the websites of I'm in the Ranchi and Rohtak, etc. And after reading that, there was no doubt that this was it. And immediately we stopped our JE classes and signed up for Career Launcher and put my full focus on IPM, because it was something that would give me a certain boost in my career growth. And it definitely was a holistic course, so it aligned to everything that I wanted to do.
Oh, wonderful. In fact, I still believe there are a lot of youngsters who are still not aware about this program, IPM. I think
Yeah.
it's high time the institutions, the IIMs, they reach out to schools and talk about this program actually. And I think given the pedagogy, this is really wonderful. So you technically started your IPM prep journey while you were in class 12, basically. So because you got to know about it at the end of the class 11.
Yes, sir.
And 12, we all understand, is a very difficult phase in one's life. And you come from a science background. So obviously the pressure is always there. Practicals, homeworks, a lot of theories to talk about. So
Lot of assignments.
how did you cope up with all this pressure? So if you can talk about your daily routine, that would be great. So how students can even relate to that.
So I was not aligned to any tuition or class. Because of that, CBSE scores mattered a lot to me, and I had to put in that extra effort to get a particular score. Because even in the IPM, you have to for that a good record, I needed a good score in 12th. And because of that, I understood that IPM was my top priority. So I put a 3:4 ratio around for IPM and NCRT. So 3 hours probably for IPM daily, and 4 hours for NCRT. Of course, I had school for 7-8 hours, but I still managed to do all that and include my hobbies. Initially, IPM took around 2 hours of my day, and but later on, as I started to get the hang of it, I increased my time 3 hours, and it planned out well. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So while you are preparing, you are writing mocks for the examination. How important do
Yes,
you
sir.
think are the mocks when it comes to preparing for these entrance examinations?
Mocks would not only get you into that groove of writing an exam, in a full-fledged exam, but it also helps you come across different practice questions, and all these practice questions cover your whole syllabus. So it's not like you are leaving some portion behind. And even if you have not approached a certain topic yet, you have to know what, how to do, for to cope up with that. Analysis is of course very important, because to know where you stand with your competitors and to know what you have to do to get to the top is very important, and that for that analysis is very important. Career launcher mocks were quite good, because in the analysis portion it gave you video attempts as well. So if there's any question that you're stuck on, if there's any question that you do not know the approach to, video attempts of the solutions were really nice to have.
Okay. So this year the cutoffs for GIPMAT have gone quite high as compared to the previous years. So obviously, which means the paper was quite easier. So when you approach the paper, when you give the actual examination, uh, at any point of time, did you had that pressure that probably if the paper is so easy, the cutoffs would definitely go high? Do I stand a chance? कहीं पे वो thought आया था उस समय पेपर देते समय?
Mode, and I was calm and composed. I was trying to attempt as many questions as I can, as many questions as I could do. And I was not scared at any point. So I think that was a very good plus point for me in my favor.
One final thing, Sanyukta. How much effort did you put on these subjects? Because a lot of people feel that without mathematics you can't crack the examination. While you have that background, it was obviously
Yeah.
easier for you to tackle mathematics. But what
Right.
about the English section in particular? Because that's where the game begins. So you talk about I am Indore or you talk about any other paper. I think verbal is something which most people sometimes get overconfident. So what did you do for the verbal ability section, and how did you, because you are already into the consideration pool of I am Indore,
Yeah.
so how did you approach verbal section in particular?
To be honest, for me, verbal section was not that big of a difficulty. So my IPMAT preparation only included quants and DI. Uh, and For that, for verbal, I did read newspapers, and that increased my vocab. But my IPMAT preparation did not actually include a lot of verbal part.
Okay, so
Quants
now
was
that
something I should learn. Yeah.
yeah, so now that you
Because
have achieved, you have gone and achieved success, you have cracked this examination. If I were to ask you, what would be your advice to the future aspirants who would be taking the exam probably next year? So, what should they be doing for the next few months, which are available to them because they also have the board's pressure? So, what would be your words of wisdom for them?
I would say this is something my dad always says, that you have to be aggressive. If you want to get into a good course and a good college, you have to be aggressive with it. You cannot be lenient and just postpone your work. You have to be aggressive. You have to do it like you mean it. So do not put off your works. Put in your effort. Put in your 100%, and you will get the results. Is that is the only suggestion, that advice that I'll give. That you have to be aggressive for it.
Wonderful. So, guys, that's Sanyukta talking about her journey, how she prepared for the examination, and why mocks are important. So, the mocks and analysis. So, I think they should really motivate you. And so, when students like her speak about the importance of the mocks, I believe the students who are appearing for the next year, they will definitely take it seriously. Thank you so much, Sanyukta, for joining us today and for this conversation. I'm
Thank
really
you.
glad and I'm really happy for your success. And on behalf of entire CL family, we wish you all the best for your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.